today's live stream, we will attempt to get some stuff done. Hey Andy, hey everyone. So, it's time to get busy. I didn't get any peace last night after work to get any writing done. So we're gonna just have to be very productive this evening. So I actually spent majority of the evening before working on in the garden. So always fun seeing the garden become a little better every time. Slowly becoming prettier. It will probably still be at the end of summer, but better than it was a month ago. So anyways, so that is what we're doing. Anyways, so I'm gonna be working on, oh, didn't I open it? Oh, I didn't open it. Trying to finish fixing the last few chapters of my horror story that I'm attempting to write in Icelandic, even though I haven't written anything in Icelandic in a long ass time. It's a very long time since I wrote anything in Icelandic. So that is what we're going to be doing. I'm going to be working that. Hey Miranda. Hey Serena. Hello. So that is, I'm trying to find where I am. Where am I? Yeah, I needed to read over this. Okay, let me see. Okay, I kind of know where I am right now. I just need to read so I need to read the last few pages of what I was working on, and then I can continue tweaking and improving. It feels like Friday, even though it's a Wednesday, but it feels like a Friday. Mainly because I'm not working tomorrow, which is very wonderful. But there is no rest for the wicked. More labor-intensive garden work tomorrow, and actually for the next few days. So, let's see. I want to write for a bit longer, as I've been very unfocused lately. Hopefully, I can send you some focus. Hopefully. Yeah, my brain is kind of all over the place. Probably the reason why having an extra pet project open while I'm editing kind of helps me focus. But I hope we can inspire some focus in you, dear. I really do. Okay, we're just gonna jump right into getting some work done. I want to do as much stuff as I can, as quickly as I can, before my brain goes back into gardening mode. So that's started, shall we? See you back in 25 minutes. And we are back. How did you do? How did you do? I am making tweaks, fixing words. I'm still not at the main problem area. I'm working my way towards the main problem area that I need to fix, but we're making progress. Now I just need to keep on working towards the finish line. Hey, Kiko! Let me see, it took me long enough because stupid Windows update. Sorry to hear that. But yeah, Windows updates can be very annoying. Hey, Renee, working on art again today. Lovely, lovely. You know, I follow a lot of artists, painters on both YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. And I've been getting a lot of like painters, watercolor, and mixed media artists that are doing like series, different kinds, like the same similar illustrations just with different colors and stuff like that. And my brain has been like, I want to paint too. Do I have time? No. Let me see. Hey, Rachel, got half of a chapter in revision. Hello. And sorry if you see me constantly working with fixing my hair. I need to wash it, and my scalp is a little oily, so everything's annoying. It's too warm. It's way too warm to have it down. Way too warm. But it's kind of uncomfortable to have it up. First world problems. Or not. I'm looking at the page count. Not that bad. So yeah, very excited. I am hoping for excellent progress tonight. I really do need to finish the story so I can start working on something else. I might, though, give myself time to work on the pet project after the stream. Might. One of the side hustles, the side projects, which is not a pet project, but is one of the potential it's not extra pet projects. Because we gotta have a lot of balls in the air, like juggling projects. Let me see. I got mine chopped off and colored last week. Summer here, so I want it off my shoulders. Understandable. If I didn't love having long hair so much, I probably would chop it off. I've only once chopped everything off, and comfort-wise, it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. I think I kind of got a boy cut, very short on the sides, a little more fluff on the top, and it was amazing. Except I was very unoriginal when it came to time to style it. Very unoriginal and lazy. Mainly unoriginal. And I am obsessed. I love having long hair, except for the fact because I've been trying to give the curly waves more, let them shine a little more. So you need to kind of take care of them like you have curly-ish hair. And then if you don't use the right product, it gets tangled sooner and can't put it down when it's hot because you get way too warm. And it's so annoying. Some days I consider just buzzing it all off and get out the wig. So when I get the need for hair, I just can put in a wig. I sometimes almost envy the wig girls. I'm just like, oh, that sounds so nice. Soon as it gets too hot and uncomfortable, you just rip it off and let your head breathe. But I love my hair too much. Let me see. Miranda, progress on lists to do's. Well done. But Rachel, short hair does suit you very well. I think you're very cute with short hair. But I need to catch your stream. Next time you're live, I need to catch your stream so I can see the new cut. I need to see the new cut. I really do. Okay. We're... freaking hell. We're gonna start the next sprint because I need to keep going because otherwise I will fall asleep. It was an early start this morning. And my brain wants to nap, but I have stuff to do. Besides, as soon as I lay my head on my pillow, I'm gonna wake up anyway. So why give in to the urge of falling asleep? Because my brain won't let me actually go to bed. As soon as I try, it wakes up. So we're gonna start the next sprint. So we can stop listening to me yap and start making progress. Yes. So guys, let's do this. Second sprint of the night, and I'll see you in 25. Hello, darlings. We are back from the second sprint of the night. How did you do? How did you do? I thought I unmuted myself, but then I hadn't unmuted myself, but now I'm unmuted. LA, let me see. I'm making excellent progress. I'm making a very excellent progress, but I'm reaching the point where I'm starting to see the obvious difference between, like, staggering, like of the two different people, when the rough draft, the first two drafts, and this draft, or this version of the story, because everything's so polished and pretty. I'm also trying to break things up so it's like as it should be, for not text as it should be in the book if it was printed, and kind of rearranging it, trying to rearrange it like almost like a intentional poetry when you made a statement by isolating some sentences that let them stand alone, like some oomping, giving an oomph to the sentence. And it almost feels too polished. Almost. It kind of feels almost too polished, considering how much of a chaos person I am when it comes to writing. And having it so clean, it kind of almost freaking me out. I think it's the fact that it's close to being in a format that I can send. And that is freaking me out. Hey, Gwen! So, Rachel had to go. I have to get going now. Finish up the chapter. Though, I thank you for the time. I hope everyone does well. Same to you, my dear. Have a wonderful evening. Anyway, so I'm mesmerized. I love the eeriness of the story that I'm working on and how I'm setting it up. But it's so strange seeing it so clean. You know what I mean? When something is super, when you're close to having it done editing wise, and everything just looks so clean, so less cluttery. I'm also trying not to ramble, because I tend to talk a lot or add way too much information when I'm writing, and I'm trying to not do that with this. So I'm trying to write a folklore horror with a kind of poetic setup twist. Anyways, and we're trying. Maybe it will work, maybe or not, but I will at least have finished something. Okay, actually, it's something. I've finished a few things, but still. Let me see. Okay, go. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with my mouse. Can't be battery because it just changed a month ago. It just goes off, and I can't do anything with it. I have to turn off to switch for. Aww. You have to turn it off and on again. That's annoying. Also still compressing for work. Understandable. Take your time. We all need our time to kind of get ourselves out of that workspace and then relax after getting out of that, after decompressing. So, yeah. Gwen, I thought mine was clean. Then Arc Reader sent me screenshots. Oh boy. Oh babe, don't scare me, Gwen. Don't scare me. But considering a typical draft for me, it's clean. Considering a very typical draft, it's very clean. I kind of just need to. Oh, I really. Let me see. At least tomorrow it's a holiday, so no work for me. Or all of my. Hey, same with me. It's qualified as a kind of like a Sunday tomorrow at work at my day job. So as a long-term employee, I don't have to work tomorrow. Get paid, but don't have to work. Yes. So I actually decided to take Friday off and make it a long weekend. But having today and not tomorrow's off is just so we'll both be celebrating the fact that we're not at work tomorrow, Keiko. I love it. Okay, we have 2 more sprints to go before Chloe quits for the night. I need to stand up and stretch my legs and close the door. It's getting chilly. And then I'm going to continue editing. So we're going to start the next sprint. And for some reason, my nose itches again. Anyways, we're going to start the next sprint and continue making excellent progress. So guys, see you in 25. And we're back from the fun from the third sprint of the night. Hope you did made some progress. I'm making very good progress. I feel though I'm double checking something. I feel like I may have mixed up the names of like a little jealousy situation. And I feel like I may have mixed up the names of the person that said person is jealous of getting too much attention. And I am double checking it to make sure that I have the right name. I think I have the right name. I'm pretty sure I have the right name. I put in the wrong name and now I'm putting in the right name. So I'm double checking. I'm actually changing the name as I needed to double back to make sure that I actually did change the names. So that is what I've been doing. Whew. But my eyes are getting tired. My eyes are getting dry. I swear. I'm very excited just to go either work on some the berry bush clippings or just go chill on the couch. Not sure which I will do. Go outside and work a little bit in the garden since it's still very bright outside. Of course, it's summer here in Iceland. Or sit on the couch and watch TV. Or just both. Start with the garden and then go inside. Mm-hmm. Anyway. Hey, Rainy. So, very hyped. I'm very hyped. I'm very optimistic about the progress I've been making. And I'm finally adding some words. So, basically, for the last 8 chapters, I've been cutting words. I've been cutting a lot of words out of the manuscript to make it tighter, less wordy, more to the point. So I'm finally adding a little more words because that is what needed in the section. I was rushing so much because I was so excited to write the end. Thanks, darling. Thank you. I can't wait to be done with this novella so I can start focusing on the other stuff. I have too much stuff to do. But it will be nice to finish this and be able to send it off. So I don't have to think about it anymore. Or at least until I get feedback. But I am so ready to start working on some of my English projects. I don't know why. It almost feels like I need to focus more when I'm doing the Icelandic edits. Probably because I've done the English edits way more than the Icelandic ones. But yeah. It's very nice. It sounds very nice. It sounds very pretty. Very pretty. And I'm trying not to read this like a poet. Not like poetry, but it's kind of set up in a kind of poet, a folklore poet kind of way. But still not. Anyways, guys, we're gonna do one final sprint and then call it quits for the night. So we're just gonna jump right into the next one. Hope you don't mind. Let me see, Gwen. Oh, my computer updated last night and now all my tabs are gone. Really? That freaking sucks. Are you telling me that I know you have a PC? I know I didn't have to worry. You don't have to worry about it with a Mac because they update everything, which is very convenient. I used to be very prejudiced towards Mac. Since I had a Mac computer, I have been cured of that. They have their perks. So you're telling me there's a chance we kind of all need to start updating all our tabs and keep a update of it just in case so we don't end up losing everything like you did? That sucks. I would cry. I would lose all my tabs. cry. Okay, let me see. I have. No, I'm not sure where I am. Okay, I'm just gonna. So I'm marking. Wait, Jim. So what am I doing? I am marking where I need to change, where I need to read over again. So I'm gonna just do that quickly. Excuse me. Okay. So at the moment, I need to reread 20 pages, but I have about 25 pages left to go over, which is not too bad. Not too bad at all. Let me see. Oh my god, glad I got to join for one. I'm working and listening to Dungeon Crawler. Carl 7. Ooh. Yeah, I'm glad you got to join us. But we still have one sprint left, so you still have one more if you're up for it. Yeah, I used to do 3-hour streams, and I also used to do 5 days a week, sometimes weekends. We don't have the energy for that right now, so but next time I need to do a lot of writing in one day. I probably might do a 12k day or 10-hour stream or something, but that is not until this winter when I have more energy. But I need to check out that playlist. Sounds interesting. I'm actually listening to a dark cello called Echoes of Elegance. Very nice. Very nice. Very like dark and soothing at the same time. Since I am writing or editing folklore horror, Icelandic folklore horror inspired. So let's push through one final sprint, shall we? Okay, we're gonna do the final sprint. Have a short, very, very short chat after that sprint. So let's do one final push before this brain turns into goo and stops working. So guys, let's do this, shall we? See you in 25 after the final sprint of the night. And we're back from the final sprint of the night. Hey, Morningstar, I'm here and I'm very late. Long work day. If I were you after a long work day, I would have just crashed on the couch. Personally. Because I know you have worked yourself to the bone. You see, Rainy, slowly making my way through the work tasks. Thank you so much for joining me, dear. Yeah, I made excellent progress. I do need to read over the chapters of the last. I need to read over 5 chapters. And do a minor to be sure if I'm catching all my issues. I'm marking that in my file now so I don't forget. I'm trying to make sure that I don't forget anything. Oh, well, that's bad. We're not going to do that. Okay, here it is. Probably going to take a break from the story tonight, but I'm definitely going to try to continue reading over tomorrow. And I need to find a professional to read it over and do some tweaks after I finish that. I think it's not done. I think I'm at the point where I need feedback from a professional. So that is what I need to do next. Really need to do next. Get finish reading everything, get a little more feedback, and hire a professional to go over it and help me synchronize everything, make everything like sound more, because I tend to jump between like past and presents, and I can't be a little chaotic. I think I fixed majority of it. I'm also trying not to, because I tend to repeat, and I'm trying not to do that. I think I took majority of it out, but I'm not sure. That's why we get second opinion. This is for the horror story. I'm at the final stages of the horror story. Actually, if I were to send it into the competition in August, I'm 89 words over the limit. The limit. So the books can only be 30,000 words, and mine is 30,089 words. So if I tweak it a little bit, I could probably skim it to the even 30,000 words. But I'm just getting it done. I'm not sure if I will send it in August or not. Or if I'll just send it to a publisher and see what happens after I get it professionally looked over. But it's at least getting there. I can soon hopefully start focusing on another project on Friday. Yeah, I'm very close. But considering how long this short story has been in the works on and off, it's just I think this is year 2, I think, working on and off again. But it will be so nice to get it off my plate. I'm also making some updates to my 3 picture books. I'm making a little tweaks to the illustrations and rearranging all the stuff. But things are good. Yeah, we're just upgrading. We're trying to upgrade everything. So when I start publishing stuff, I'm happy with it and don't have to change it. Let me see. It's good to have others feeling the long weeks. Yeah, you need to remember to rest well, Morningstar. You really do. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be so amazing when this freaking done. I'm definitely gonna take a break from writing an Icelandic book, at least for a bit. I think I'm gonna focus when this one is done. I'm gonna try to focus on finishing the young adult, middle grade series. No, finish tweaking the edits of the first middle book series. I have the first books. I was tweaking the edits and the setup, everything. That's more or less edited. except for professional editing. I have so much editing so much editing and tweaking and polishing. It's nuts. I have so much content that just needs tweaking and help with tweaking. Like the young adult series, I also need to edit 2 young adult books in the same series. I need to finish writing the draft for the 3rd book in that series. The middle grade, I need to finish going over the first books there. One book that was turned into 4 little books. No, 3 little books. 3 books, 4 books. 2 little smaller, more easily digestible books. We have too much stuff. Had to drive into the office. That sucks. The office, yeah. I wish you guys could just work from home. Really do. So we didn't have to go into the office, because just considering office work, the energy vampires were hard at work on me today. Oh, poor thing. Poor thing. That sucks. Yeah, I wish you guys could just work from home. It should be so much better. Staying away from those energy suckers would be so much better. It would be amazing. Tomorrow, I'm going to my secret place at work where no one can find me. I freaking love the fact that you have a hideout at the day job. I freaking love that. And we're having a pizza lunch party. Ooh, feels like Friday. Only had to go in twice a month, so it's not that bad. Okay, that is actually very bearable. It's very bearable. I kind of wish my retail job allowed me to work from home. It would be so nice. It would be so nice. But no, they require my presence fully. Oh, okay. Let me see. How was the light out? Oh, it's still quite light out. I have a few hideouts. And I use secret passageways. I freaking love that word star. I freaking love that. I have one hideout at my day job. And few people know it, but it's so obvious. But everybody just walks past it. I took ownership of like storage space under the stairs, and I use it to store all like extra stuff for my section, so I can help customers with spare parts and stuff like that, with connecting to textiles and curtains and stuff like that. And I have a chair in there, and we have a heater in there, and a table. So if we get overwhelmed, you can just go and hide in there. It's very nice. Only use it though over Christmas, but I'm like a little mouse avoiding the cat who wants to eat me. I shouldn't laugh, but it's funny. It is funny. I was it yesterday that I could feel your pain? No. Was it on Monday? Was it on Monday? I think it was on Monday. Yeah, I had a incident on Monday, which I found afterwards very funny. So, nothing scandalous. It was, let me see. It was, 2 days ago. Where I had been writing something about a person that was outlining a story, and a person that I briefly knew from my past was my inspiration, and then I ran into the person. And my brain was still stuck in the story, so I was like, I can't deal with this. I cannot deal with this, because I can only see the person in my story head. And I do not want to see them in that scenario in my story. I just ran. I hid. It was hilarious. I laughed so hard at myself afterwards. I was like, freak, what's fucking wrong with you? You're not 16 anymore. You don't have an excuse. Just never run. Also, if the person, you also have to make sure you're acting cool, because they only know you as a very cold and cool person, because it's from my party days, and I was always very like calm, cool, like didn't react very strongly, always kept like firm hold on my temper. So every time they see me, I'm like, yes, what can I do for you? Inside I'm panicking, like metaphorical, like beads of sweat coming down my forehead, like oh, way too funny. Okay, I can feel the garden calling and asking me to empty the go and fill some with the duck look. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go outside, work on the garden a little bit. I need to fill some flower pots with some soil and start working on some clippings from my berry bushes that I'm trying to propagate. I can smell my fear and stuff. I'm kind of, something tells me that you and me, Morningstar, react the exact same way. I always find it so funny how similar me and Morningstar are with so many things. It's like, I did this, but oh, I did that too. I freaking love it. Sister from another mister. But yeah, it's like I had an instinct where I was trying to avoid a guy. I was so hard trying to avoid a guy. Basically, he's a dumbass. He's an idiot. He's a self-absorbed asshole. If he ever sees this video, the guy thinks too much of himself. So after giving him the hints that I had no interest in him because he was a fucking bum, idiot, douchebag, since he didn't want to listen to the hints, I decided just to fucking avoid him. So I would do anything in my power to avoid that guy. Anything. To the point where I was shopping with my family and I saw him and I literally just walked very fast in the other direction. Very obvious to him that I was avoiding him. And he took it as a compliment. So I think he thinks that I'm obsessed with him and I desperately want him. Oh, wow. I want you so bad I'm running in the other direction. Ooh-hoo. So, that was interesting. But too bad he's also not very cute. He's, you know, when you meet people and the personality is not doing them any favor look-wise. Because the personality can do so much for a person. You can be the most beautiful guy in the world and you just look ugly because you're an ugly person. And you can also be the most ugliest guy in the world, but you have such a beautiful character and personality that they makes you so freaking handsome. So, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. He's literally... Excuse me, I have a little cold. I feel like I'm an old guy when I do that. He has literally sent me, like, snaps because he is not completely single. Hence I said a douchebag. Exactly. Why are men like they are? This guy actually reminded me why I don't date. He really reminded me why we don't date. And he actually has sent me messages on snaps, which I don't open, by the way, because they're timed, so they disappear, so he can hide his tracks. Douchebag alert! I kind of hope he sees this just so he knows that I'm actually slamming him. But yes, not completely, he's not single. And I refuse to be connected with that man. We were in school together, and I had conversations with him and stuff like that once in our past. And I was like, no, HK, you're an idiot if you think he wants anything else but, the thing. So now I'm like, avoid assholes. We are allergic to assholes. So yeah, exactly. Yeah, he is probably convinced that I'm obsessed with him. That I can't allow myself to be in the presence of such a glorious man. Exactly. I'm in a huge denial. But I want you. Let me in, but I'm running away. I haven't blocked him. I did block him for a time, but I don't know why. No, he's blocked on Facebook. I did not blocking on Snapchat. Because I don't open Snapchat. I barely use it. But he doesn't mug me on Facebook because he can't. He's blocked on Facebook. I don't know why I haven't just blocked him on Snapchat. I need to do that next time. Because we're not friends on Snapchat, and the only people that can see my stories are people that I am friends with on Snapchat. The few times I actually do go on there. Yeah. But like I said, I don't know. He came with his girlfriend to shop curtains right before Christmas. And I decided to take the high road because I was not in the mood for bullshit. So I actually helped them. And I treated him like I'd never seen him before. Like a total stranger. He found it hilarious. I was like, me, I don't care. I just want you out of my store. But yeah, I felt a little bad for his girlfriend. But as much as I want to warn her, the fact is, if a girl tells another girl and she doesn't have concrete evidence, the girls will always blame the other girl. Always. Almost always. So, I could be bothered. I was like, fine, just be a douchebag. Anyways, that's the tea from my life. I swear, I think I'm oversharing mainly just in the hopes that he actually sees it, because I know he sometimes checks out my stuff. And dude, if you do, fucking leave me alone. You're a stupid idiot. Yeah, just I've been in a situation where I've been witness to people being unfaithful, and they always shoot the messenger or the girl, the innocent party. When it comes to cheating, you punish the person that is in the relationship. The single one isn't always to blame. Exactly, she won't listen until it's right in front of her. But she really looked like a nice girl. I felt very bad for her, because she looked like a very sweet girl, and I have no idea why she settled for that. Hey, Ben. Why are you crying? But yeah, the girl looked like super sweet, and I was like very surprised to see her with him, because she looks like she could... Oh, F you didn't hear me right. She looked like she could grab a 10 and he was a 3. Busy Dusty said you look happy without me. Dusty just saying that because he wants you to stay in Austria. Poor Bun Bun. No, I love you, Bun Bun. No worries. Let me see more. I find it. Hey, let me see. I had a friend's BF tell me he'd end it with his gift to be with me anytime I wanted to go for it. This was years ago. I don't think he feels the way now. Hey, you never know. But still, as soon as a person is willing to cheat, they're dead to me. They're dead. Bun Bun, stop it. I'm only so giddy because I have a few of my favorite girls on the stream. You watching me on TV? Oh my lord. he probably fooled her because she looked like she was a very pretty brunette. I had no idea. I had no idea how he pulled that girl. She was so freaking cute. Also, my little sister is living with her boyfriend at the moment in Austria, but she hasn't got a visa and she hasn't moved in with him. She's just staying with him for 3+ months, and then she will come home and then she will go back again. Just to clarify, and Bun Bun, I do miss you. I just want you to buy a house and park it next to mine. Oh yeah. We all, of course, we want to trust them, but I admire you guys that have managed to find trustworthy guys, and hope you never get betrayed. No, she didn't move. Technically, she did not move. She has a room here. No, she wanted to go visit her boyfriend, and she of course loves him to death. But I think, yeah, Dusty, if you hear this, I think he's plotting to convince her to move permanently there. And also my family's like is betting if Dusty her boyfriend will try to convince her to come back with him to Austria when he leaves, after visiting us in the summer, and come back over Christmas and leave back. I don't know. But yeah. Like, I checked. I want to say plan visa only lets me stay for 3 months. Like, she was looking at that. Like, when I kissed a lot of frogs. Yeah, I did. I have kissed a lot of frogs, and then I quit. But nothing wrong with kissing a few frogs. Just don't let them near your bank account or your home or any investments or any responsibilities or just your life. Outside of the home, easy peasy. Yeah, you kind of also, it can be very fun to play around with a few frogs. Bad boys? Okay, to clarify, for anyone that doesn't know, I have sucky taste in men. Yeah, bad boys are usually very fun in bed. They are very entertaining. But for your mental sanity, no. 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 Exactly. Yeah, I have a miserable taste in guys. So if I like the guy, he is not right for me. Simple as that. Anytime I am like, I think I like that guy, he's usually not right for me. Just a fact. You go for needy guys. She needs a golden retriever boy. Ben. I'm not sure if I could deal with a golden retriever boyfriend. Actually, I've never had a golden retriever boyfriend. So I can show them the love they missed from their parents. Actually, Bun, yeah, you've always kind of been a little princess. You know, sometimes We have actually made a little fun of Bun Bun and her boyfriend, how they met and how everything is, because he pampers her like crazy. He spoils her fucking rotten. And sometimes like, oh my god, she's growing, she's becoming so mature, and the next moment we're like, damn, that guy spoils her. He needs to stop doing that. Or she will spoil rotten. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I like guys that are very handy. I like guys that are very handy. I do not like guys that need professionals to do everything, that can't do anything themselves. Yeah, she is a little princess. He's very good to her. I can just hear Dusty laughing in the background. I don't have to hear him. I just know he's laughing. Yeah, I love handy guys. If a guy is very handy and he doesn't not have to know anything. He has to be willing to try. A guy that was like, oh, I could sleep snuggle on the couch, but if you want, we can also go do this. But we can also stay home and do this. And my brain would be like, yee. No, I've actually had guys, sugar daddy kind of guys in my life, and they annoyed me. I'm a very hyper independent person, and they piss me off. As much as I want to be able to say thank you, I am unable to say thank you and receive the things. It freaks me out. I have had my sugar daddy fixes, and it did not do for me. Bun Bun is always scolding me for it, but I can't. I can't. I've had guys offer not want asked if they can pay for all my bills, buy me stuff, and my brain just goes no, no, not a chance. No, that Bun Bun never. I will never join the princess side because I don't know how. It's called oldest sibling syndrome. And well, it changes. Yeah, that's the thing. You can never trust if it's permanent or not. If they're just doing it because they're courting you. Like, I do know though know like one of my oldest friends' one of my dearest friends' husbands from school. Her hubby is like, I heard her mention she wanted that. I'm gonna go buy it for her, and they've been married for 15 years at least. Oldest sip. It is just like I'm the oldest of three girls, and I have always been treated like the son, basically, always. So it's very hard to give in and not be independent. It's very hard to accept help, except for your selective few. Even when people are just being nice, like, I want to help you, I want to do this, and I'm like, no. Yeah, he's perfect for her. He's just perfect. He's usually the standard when I'm like when we're talking about guys. I'm like, no. We're like, no, that guy's not like your husband. No, she's like, no, no, no. He is like he's actually like Dusty. He spoils her rotten. It's just he's kind of the perfect guy for her. So I know they exist. I know they're out there. I just don't want to go look for them because. Let me see. Which HK? I didn't go to college to rely on someone else. Exactly. Exactly. Also, I like the fact that I can say, I bought this house. I got this house built. I have my own car. I don't rely on it. I love that fact. Like in my last time I was in a really serious relationship, I like the fact that everybody thought he bought the house apartment, but it was mine. And every time he had to say, no, it's actually her apartment. I'm like, yes. And every time some guys would give me sass, like making telling me to stop showing attitude when I was driving my boyfriend's car, and I'm like, every single time, it's my car that I paid for myself, and the boyfriend would always be like, actually, that's her car. I'm like, I love it. I freaking love it. I love the fact that people assume and then realize, oh no, she does everything herself. Bun. Things will never stop costing too much. Costing this much. Never. It will only increase. It will only get more difficult with every year. But yeah, I like being independent. I actually thoroughly enjoy it. I love the fact when if there's a question, I can say, I did it myself. I love it. I absolutely love it. Yes, Bun, you're a princess. You can have your princess treatment. Just don't force it on me. I like my life. I'm very happy with my life. I've never dated a man who makes more money than me. I've dated guys with similar and more. Lexus, play the Independent Woman by Destiny's Child. I love that fucking song. I didn't marry one who did. Yeah, you're the independent queen, Morningstar. Yes, you are. Bun, you need to kind of start making that dough then. Actually, she's trying to be a game streamer. Oh, also, when you're reading that text from Bun, Nira Bun, damn sugar mama, come here. Try to say with a German accent, because that is what Bun is trying. She's trying to say. I can't even try. She does it in a very quirky way. It's hilarious. Of the DM sugar mama. I can't. You just have to stream more and be more entertaining, more loud. I've noticed being more loud and hyper reactive. It works. You're too calm. You're too cautious about looking foolish. I think that's the thing you need to fix. Stop being so cautious and stop being so afraid of being silly. I think she has everything. She's also extremely good editor. I'm always telling her to start doing more editing gigs because she is very good. She has a very keen eye on editing. No, you're not calm but when you're editing, when you're in the zone, Bun, she has a very creative eye. She should be working as a movie editor or some kind of video editor, because she has a very keen eye on the details. But does she do that? No, she gets distracted in other things. Younger sibling syndrome. Okay, I swear, I need to start. I was gonna go inside. It's getting dark. Not that dark, but exactly, since she does have a movie degree, so. See, Ban, you need to start doing more editing stuff. Editing gigs. Making the monies. Before you know, you will be the sugar mama. If you do all the editing gigs. Actually, wait. I'm not sure if... Sorry. Yeah, you just have to do more. Then you have to do something like more interesting. But she's getting there. She's slowly growing. And that's that's what it's all about. Yeah, I showed you Tina. You can have a video call tomorrow. I'll be at all day of my home all day tomorrow, so anyway, as much fun as it is to talking to my sister, her boyfriend, and my besties here. Yeah, Tina the kitten. But yeah, no, Bun Bun is very obsessed with our fur baby girl Tina, the one that has the timer of her purring, which was a very interesting thing to record of that cat purring. Anyways, I'm gonna call it quits. I think I need a snack. I'm already hungry again, so I am gonna go have a snack, and then I'm gonna go work a little bit in the garden while there's still some light. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me, darlings. This has been a very entertaining evening.